Good morning, everybody. This is Christian Zolovitz, Director of Pride School Atlanta, coming to you live from Pride School Atlanta. Today is February 23rd, 2017, the day after President Trump and his how do you put it? And the people in his circle, or his cabinet, not quite his cabinet yet, made an official announcement to roll back protections for transgender youth within public schools. Whereas President Obama made a proclamation before he left office declaring to public schools, hey, if you get federal funding, you risk losing it because of Title IX violations. Now, what does this mean? It means, yet again, kids go to school scared, wondering what is going to happen. Will things change for them because the president said it's a states' rights issue? I know today that the 3 to 4 transgender youth in my care don't have to worry about that. I know that there are probably 5,000 more around the states that don't have to worry about what the president says or doesn't say, that they are in good hands in their public schools, in their private schools. My concern is the hundreds of thousands, even say it's 15,000 more out of 50 states who are struggling for rights, not privileges, rights to use the name that they prefer, the pronoun they prefer. None of that hurts anybody else. To use a restroom in peace, to use a locker room in peace, to play sports in peace, to be able to compete at the level with which they belong at. And it can be as simple as, no, you're not allowed to wrestle with the boys because you're not really a boy, but you're not allowed to wrestle with the girls either because you're not really a girl anymore either, and you're too strong and you've been on testosterone for a minute, which really doesn't have a lot of effect. So I'd like to make an official statement on behalf of Pride School Atlanta Incorporated, as the director of Pride School Atlanta and the co-founder of the organization, to let people know that we are here and we support trans youth, educators, and families wherever they are. And that includes gender diverse, not just transgender, those whose gender presentation makes other people uncomfortable, if you will, or shall I say, other people are uncomfortable with your gender presentation and how you wear your gender. You are just as much a part of this as everybody else. And we are there. If you are intersex, we know that you exist, but schools never talk about the fact that you're there. We acknowledge your existence and we affirm you, and know that even though you're not written about in these rules, we know that they affect you, whether anybody talks about it or not. And we have a long way to go as a country. And if trans rights are a states' rights issue, where does racism fall? Are Black rights a states' rights issue? Are Muslim rights a states' rights issue? Are Hispanic American rights a states' rights issue? If gay marriage is no longer a states' right issue, then where does that leave the trans population? Yes, not everybody who is transgender identifies as a member of the lesbian and gay and queer communities, but many of us do. And even if you don't, know that you're not alone. I'm a trans man myself. I'm an out trans man. It took me a few years to come out in a lot of pain to realize that my visibility can change lives and it can save lives, and it's saving my life as well. And wherever you are, if you need help, please reach out to Pride School Atlanta Incorporated, which is prideschooلاtlanta.org. You can email me directly, christian@prideschooلاtlanta.org, or go right to our website, www.prideschooلاtlanta.org, and know that you are never alone. We are everywhere. Trans-affirming parents, educators, you name it, we're everywhere. And even though a lot of allies are invisible, Our goal is to help those allies come out of the closet and say, we support trans people everywhere. I am one of the faces of trans, and I am 47 years old. And as an educator, I transitioned off the job and came back to teaching and realized that teaching stealth did not work for me. It was very scary, um, which is not anybody else's problem but mine. But wondering when somebody was going to find out who you really are is a horrible way to go to school and to go to work. And you deserve rights in school just like you do in the workplace. And if you are behaving in the bathroom, then you have a right to be in the bathroom. If other people are not behaving in the bathroom, they don't have a right to be in a group bathroom or a group locker room. And if there's not enough adult supervision, then the locker room should be shut. And this is not just about the bathroom issue. This is about daily living issues, being able to get an education. Can't go to the bathroom. You can't use the name of your choosing. You can't use the pronoun. If you're consistently misgendered or dead named, you are at risk of suicide, of homicide, of verbal abuse, of physical abuse, of sexual harassment in so many different places. There are people who will support you, and there are schools out there that are safe places to go. The hard part is finding them out. So if you are a trans affirming school and you're willing to come out of the closet as a school, please let people know. Feel free to post up on our Facebook page, or just post up on my Facebook page and tag me. I wish you all the best, and we are in this together, and we always will be. And we hope to write ourselves out of a job in 20 years, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen. It might be a long 4 years, but know that the arc of justice is long and it tends towards justice. The arc of the law is long and it tends towards justice. And Gavin Grimm goes up before the Supreme Court on March 28th, and we stand with Gavin Grimm, who was a young trans man in Virginia who was given rights by his school, but then the public got up in arms and said, no, you don't deserve a right to use the bathroom. And we are with him. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you soon.